Hello there internet dwellers, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be reacting to Grandwood Park Ranger Training by White Stag Education. White Stag Education is a channel about teaching people all about the trails around New Jersey, I believe. And I was very confused because I thought when I think of New Jersey, I think of just cityscapes, basically. I just think like New York, New Jersey. I just think of, I don't know, obviously there's a lot more to it than that, and I'm very ignorant when it comes to American geography. They teach you all sorts of things, but you start realizing that something weird's happening in the background. The last video we watched by White Stag Education was called Stranger Danger, which a lot of you really enjoyed, which was kind of like a puppet show, and the ranger was singing a song basically saying, you know, be careful if you hear whistling and stuff. And the reason they're doing that is because there's literally this group called the Stranger, I'm not sure what they're called, Stranger something, but I believe they were responsible for kidnapping or killing 4 children, and they were known as the Grandwood 4, I believe. Personally, when I watched it for the first time, I thought it was one serial killer, and you know, the whistling was his signature thing before he kills. But then I think you learn that it's a group of people, and you know, they're responsible for killing people. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if that was covered, why they're actually killing these people, or if it's just a cult thing, they're sacrificing them to something. I should probably go back and re-watch that video for sure. The problem with doing so many analog horrors is that so many stories get muddled together and I forget little details. But I definitely recommend going back and watching all the videos by White Stag Education. They're really, really good. And before we get started, guys, yes, my hair is different, okay? The amount of you that were insulting me because of my hair, I was laughing. I was like, the first video I uploaded where my hair changed, I was laughing at some of the comments just because of how brutal you guys were. I appreciate the support on my channel at the moment, guys. It's absolutely incredible. It's the best the channel has ever performed at the moment. And obviously that's probably due to FNAF and, you know, having access to those kinds of areas. But also my analog horror reaction videos are starting to get a lot more views now. So that kind of shows to me that you guys just enjoy this content as well as all the other stuff. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Without further ado though, guys, we're going to jump into this. So the candlelight service, if I remember correctly, something was going on in the basement of this church or something like that. And I think that's where the cult gather. I'm not sure, I can't really remember this one, but they're basically just like little kind of videos, and it slowly starts getting a little bit darker themes. But then this was the one that kind of really popped off. It was just creepy, basically. Let's get into this. So here we go. Park Ranger Training. Let me put the captions on. They're auto-generated, guys, so I apologize, but I'll pop them over here on the left. I know that's weird, but
congratulations on being accepted into the Grandwood Park Ranger program.
Hell yeah, brother.
You're on your way to fulfilling one of the most important niches in the New Jersey Pine Barrens ecosystem.
That's it, Pine Barrens. That was the one.
However, there are still a few more basics you'll need to learn before you head out onto the field.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good lord.
Meet Ranger Craig.
Why was that my reaction? Why? What's wrong with you, Ryan? Look at this man. Look how wholesome this man is.
Ranger here, just like you.
Hell yeah.
He's eager to protect and preserve. But wait, Craig. I have to tell you some things before you begin.
Okay. Hit me with him, Craig. Or whoever you are. I want to hear from Craig. You may now choose to resign and leave the Grandwood Ranger program or continue with your training. If you choose to resign, notify your training supervisor immediately. You cannot resign later. The contents of this tape are highly confidential. This is your final warning. I hate that. It's like, obviously, curiosity of the humans, curiosity of humans, we're going to want to know. You know, and obviously, it's too late once we do know to back out. So it's one of those things where you've got to be really self-disciplined and go, you know what, no. I prefer life. Because why wouldn't you be allowed to back out? Like, what's so special about this place in which you can't back out afterwards? Just get an NDA or something, you know? Sign off an NDA. Environmentally sensitive and unsafe areas.
Just like any normal park ranger, you'll be given an assigned area to monitor.
Mm-hmm.
Your duty, above all else, is to protect park guests from any and all threats.
Oh, wow, okay.
While on patrol, you will notice trails without correct blazing or proper documentation on your map.
Okay.
These false trails lead to Inner Grandwood.
in a Grandwood. What was in there?
If you find a false trail not yet marked with a red triangle on your master map, take note of its approximate location and report it later.
I'd suck at this job. I'm crap at reading maps, and it's like, yeah.
Visitors are prohibited from walking all false trails.
Okay, so they're trails that aren't marked, basically, on the trees.
If you see a visitor veering onto a false trail, kindly ask them to return to the marked trail.
This is very Zelda-esque, isn't it?
If they refuse to acknowledge the question, do not hesitate to aggress.
What the fuck are you? This is part of the cult.
If you find a trail marker with no correlating mark on
well,
your
here's
master...
my question. Why aren't the park rangers dealing with these people? Are there too many, or is there some kind of deal being made in which they leave each other alone? But why would you leave a bunch of child killers out there?
Map. Scrub the blaze off with a sponge and mineral spirits. Then, try it.
What's stopping this cult or whatever doing the same spray tag as the normal trails so that they get led into, death?
This is a false trail. Make sure it is marked accordingly.
Okay. Tempting sights and sounds.
Guests come to Grandwood National Park to experience the best trails the Pine Barrens have to offer. There are many species of birds native to the park, making it a hot spot for bird watchers and ornithologists across the globe.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately,
it's my kind of place.
Visitors oftentimes fall victim to clever imitation.
Oh, the whistles.
Strangers are bipedal organisms that live in the park.
Oh, bipedal. Okay, well, this is just freaking Mordecai and Rigby, isn't it? This is the regular show.
They produce a whistling tone that sounds similar to birdsong.
Okay, interesting. Oh, okay, so bipedal is an animal that uses two legs.
The whistling pattern strangers demonstrate. A distinct melodic pattern signifies a feeding gambit is underway.
What does that mean? What's this, the Hunger Games? So it's not so much a cult, it's just a new species of people.
It poses no immediate threat to trail-abiding visitors, but may lead them into unsafe territory. If you see park guests entranced by the stranger's song,
interesting,
kindly remind them to stay on the marked trails. Investigation of the feeding gambit is unnecessary and not worth the risk.
Yeah, it's definitely not worth the risk. Nothing is worth the risk, as they say in Mandela Catalogue, I think it is. When safe areas become unsafe.
Sometimes, your designated area will fall victim to a hunting gambit.
Hunting gambit.
A hunting gambit on a marked trail is an uncommon act of desperation.
Interesting.
But is still important to prepare for.
Why not just exterminate these things?
The gambit is in progress by the stranger's erratic whistling pattern.
Well, no, I guess that's like bears, though. Hang on.
This whistling is how they communicate. Refer to your handbook for more information regarding how to further decipher stranger whistling patterns. During a hunting gambit, urge all nearby park visitors to close their eyes and run in the direction of your voice toward the start of the trail.
But what about the park rangers, though? Do they not fall prey to it?
Report the active hunting gambit to Grandwood National Park headquarters via your handheld radio. A siren will sound to alert all other park rangers to evacuate their designated areas.
Interesting, okay.
If you hear the siren...
These basically are just like predators, and honestly, like bears. So that they've come to live side by side. I thought it was like a cult of people.
Lead all visitors back to the park entrance, where a head count will take place. Once the head count has concluded, all park rangers will be dispatched to search for any unaccounted for visitors and to subdue the active
Wow.
hunting gambit.
Park rangers, man, they've got it. You think about it. They have to put themselves, when shit gets real, it's like emergency services. It's like the hiking version of emergency services. They have to put themselves into a dangerous situation. Like when you hear someone's been attacked by a bear, or maybe they're off somewhere, you need to go out there knowing that there's these predators out there that are going to rip you apart if they see you. I gotta say, man, I wouldn't do it. Subduing a hunting gambit.
After dispersing, you will return to your designated area to subdue the hunting gambit and search for any unaccounted for visitors.
What was this guy's name again? Mike? I love Mike. Mike better not get in trouble.
It is unlikely you will recover any bodies.
Oh. But why aren't they hunting the rangers? Is that...
Strangers will not retreat unless enough sustenance is gathered or a majority of the advancing strangers are subdued.
Interesting. We gotta shoot them in the face? You just go in there, man. Tommy gun. Look at that, man. He's holding it like freaking Solid Snake. He just needs like a knife. CQC. Well, not Solid Snake. It would be Big Boss. What the fuck? Oh no!
Strangers hunt in packs, so attempting to flee is futile.
They're like raptors. Ugh. God, get out of there, Mike, or whatever your name is. I think it's Mike, right?
When you encounter a stranger,
Yeah.
do not hesitate to aggress.
Yeah, shoot that bitch. Hey!
Do not cease fire.
Yeah, keep shooting
No
that
matter how
thing.
human their cries sound.
Woo! God. Hell
They
yeah!
have surrendered their body to the forest.
Surrendered their body
You
to
are
the
doing them a
forest.
service by freeing their soul.
Jesus. Freeing their soul. What does that mean? Like... Oh shit, okay. He's double tapping him. He watched Zombieland. Like, he more than double tapped. He did the right thing though. But they hunt in packs though, so you might want to look around. Make sure there's not one behind you right now.
You should feel no guilt.
Okay. Feel no guilt.
Congratulations! This concludes the Grandwood Park Ranger training video. You will now be led to the physical training course,
Physical training?
where you will be put to the test.
Put to the test? What, in what sense?
Being a ranger here at Grandwood is a job unlike any other,
Yeah.
and we're thrilled to have you on our side.
Man, this is...
I'm Ranger Dan.
And I'm Ranger Luke.
Stay safe out there!
Hell yeah. I want to go work here. I don't want to work here. I just want to meet these guys. Grandwood Park Ranger Training. Ranger Craig, not Mike. Where did I get Mike from? Well, that was very enjoyable. See, the thing about this is that it doesn't... obviously, there is things there. You know, there is a visual element there of what you're seeing, but it's a mixture of the music, the sound design, and like the background ambience that make this very like uneasy to watch. I swear the last video was very good because it did that very, very well. So now we learn that the whistling, there's different types of whistling. The melodic whistling is a feeding gambit, and then like the kind of whistling is more like a hunting gambit. So they're on a hunt, and you should probably close your eyes and run at that point. Ranger Craig is a king and deserves to be treated as such. Hell yeah. The realization that strangers are possessed humans is so yeah, that is right. When he said the souls were being freed or whatever, it means that, so what, hang on, let me read this. Even more terrifying is the fact that the possession makes them more animal-like. It leaves the mind to wonder how in the world that happened to them. I wonder if a pack ranger has ever been possessed. That has to be a whole nother level of twisted. Yeah, for sure. So these humans get possessed by what? Like, what is it? Or is it like an illness or something? It's crazy. I mean, Craig did a phenomenal job there of just completely emptying a clip into that person. So they're basically humans who have been possessed by this kind of like stranger possession thing. But now the question is, how are these humans getting possessed in the first place to turn them into strangers? I'm not sure if that's been answered. I don't think it has, but I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes in the future. So there we go, guys. Go check out White Stag Education for yourself. Like the video, subscribe. They're a fantastic channel. They just have a way of drawing you in and getting you completely immersed into what's being said, and the story and the lore is just enough kind of given to you that you want more. And I think that's the good way of telling a story for sure. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you enjoyed this reaction, why not leave a like, rate, and subscribe to my channel. Once again, thank you very much for the support. It's been incredible. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.